Welcome back to Alien vs. Predator. Today we are on to the 4th alien mission in the campaign on Nightmare difficulty. Of course, as always, we are always Nightmare around here because we have them all the time and I don't know how to get rid of them, so I deal with it here. But anyways, on to the next mission. Basically, we're going to proceed onwards and we're going to get back to the hive. That is our main objective. We're going to have to navigate the jungle and the swamps with all of the craziness and all of the marines included. It's going to be one heck of a thing. This is one of the longer missions for sure. I will try to get it done as quickly as possible, but of course, you never know how things are going to go sometimes. But check this out. I love these little face huggers at the start. You can lure them out and jump on their face. Oh, it's so cool. They're such a neat enemy in this, or sorry, like I guess in this case an ally, but a neat enemy. It's interesting. Even as a predator or the marine, they can jump right on your face, and I really wish you could play as them. You can't, but it would be really cool. So with breaking that little beacon there, we have completed our first objective and it is time to move onwards. I would advise doing what I was doing and screaming so that you can, or shrieking, whatever, so that you can lure the marines to the other side and then you can get to that panel with little to no hassle. Of course, we gotta harvest the guys that are running around because we don't let the innocent get away around here. No way. War crimes all the time. But I guess if you're an alien, do they count? I don't think so. I'm not sure how to get this guy. I think you might have to get in from the top. I'm not too worried about getting everybody harvested and whatnot at this point. It's whatever. I just kind of want to get through the missions at a decent pace because they are so long. My goodness. I wonder if the young blood is in here, if you can get inside of this. Like in the Predator campaign, you come to this very spot and you blow up a Predator corpse, basically, because you got to get rid of the evidence, right? Don't want to be, leaving that technology behind to humans because we're a horrible species. But yeah, be careful of these guys. You want to try and get them down as quickly as possible, especially if they have a flamethrower or the shotgun. They will melt you in an instant. It is absolutely ridiculous. So of course, make sure to lure them around and then get them at the back as much as possible so that you don't have to fight them at all and you can just blow their brains out. So now that we have all the threats in the area eliminated, basically we're going to climb up the little radio antenna tower and we're going to knock out the next little panel that's up there, and then we're going to be able to move onwards to our next objective. You're able to simply just jump at it and climb up, make sure that you transition, of course, like most people these days, and then just knock this out and you're good to go and everything will be a-okay. So now we have to go ahead and kill everybody, which is unfortunate because you have a good bit of a fight on your hands, but that's alright. If you're a sneaky little alien, you can do it. I believe in you. So once these guys down here are done burning the crops and getting rid of all the grasshoppers in the swamps, basically you're gonna just wait for them to split up after they finish their little poker meeting or game of Yahtzee. I don't know if it's Taco Tuesday or Wing Wednesday, but that dictates what card game they play. But anyways, once they go by, you're then gonna hunt them down one at a time. And unfortunately, this is your objective, so you do have to kill every single one of them. So, you're basically going to have to wait for them to space out because there's no way you can take them on in a group. There's zero chance. If you try to get greedy, you're just going to get annihilated. So, if you can get one right off the hop and flee, do it. And mind you, they're going to flee like super far away into the caves. So just keep that in mind. You're going to have a bit of a walk if you let them go too far. But just do your best to split them up, distract them. They're going to be inside that little complex there. And basically, after you do murder them all, you're able to move onwards in the mission onto the next objective. So I'm gonna cut out all the wandering and nonsense and just show you the kill footage. Alright, and with that done, we can now proceed on to the next objective. Now with all of those dead marines out of the way, we can go on into this part of this facility here, and we can now complete our next objective. Now you're going to want to be careful and just be aware of what you're around, because there are a good handful of marines around as well. I would recommend doing your best to stick in the vents underground and following the routes that I take to get around so that you don't get lost, as some of the vents can be confusing, misleading, and overall just frustrating. Definitely in the Alien campaign, there are some missions where you just get lost, and it is such a nightmare, truly living up to the nightmare difficulty for sure.
No way. Shit, stay inside!
But hey, now that objective's completed, I don't care about this guy. I'm just going to leave him for now. I'm more worried about the threats that are going to be in the area, so just going to be cautious of that. Maybe get rid of this guy first. I could have assassinated him. Oh, right, I totally forgot about this. Schnikes. Well, you know what? When this happens, immediately take out the lights so that you're in the dark and you are ready to go. That way they can't see you. Hide in a corner or go on the roof with all the lights out, and you will maintain good camouflage in the Alien campaign. When you do get to this part and they come in, I would just hide in the corner, and then the second you can, try and dash out the door and try not to get stuck like I did. I started to panic so badly I could not get out for the life of me. I was freaking out, so I decided to jump in the vent. Thankfully, it was right there, and also buy some nice royal jelly, which I'm going to put on my sandwich later. I'm going to eat that up SpongeBob style, you know, some royal jelly from the jellyfish, and then we're going to proceed onwards to our next objective here. Now, be mindful when you are on the sides if you decide to climb. Just be aware of the electric fences, as they will harm you should you decide to touch them like a silly little goose. So now we're going to go ahead and proceed onwards with the mission. Our objective is to kill all the Marines in the compound, so I'm going to save you the nonsense of all the wandering, and I'm just going to show you the kills and proceed onwards with the next objective. Alright, with that out of the way, we are on to the next objective. We're going to go ahead and knock out some panels, starting with this one at the rear right here. Going to get rid of that and move onwards. The objectives in the Alien campaign aren't that hard for the most part. Usually it's just knocking out panels, you know, taking little chomps at a keyboard, eating the enter key, because, you know, that's got the most flavor on it. It's used the most, maybe the space bar. Give it a little lick next time. But anyways, we're going to continue onwards with the objective here and do our best to avoid those turrets, of course. You know how gnarly those can be on Nightmare difficulty. They will take you out in a heartbeat, but you knock that panel out and then you're able to break right into the building and continue on with the objective. So basically, once you climb up to the building, you're going to be able to enter this room here. You're going to see this little light flashing around, and all you got to do is rip this door right open and gain access to the next area. Once you do arrive and you do go down here, there's going to be some enemies for you to take out. Then once you do so, you're going to go ahead and make your way through the vent system. Just follow the path that I take, and I will see you once we get to the next objective. So once you do arrive here, you're going to have a bunch of Marines in your way that you're going to have to worry about. Basically, what you're going to want to do is take out as many of them as possible, as carefully as possible, of course, as you have to knock out a power source upstairs, to which when you do that, you're going to attract a lot of attention. So you definitely want to try and take out as many of these guys as you can without causing yourself too much grief. You've come so far at this point. This mission is so long, and if you do decide to mess up and get greedy or make a poor decision, then you're doing this mission all over again, because Nightmare mode, you get no checkpoints, no respawns, no forgiveness, nothing. Just like real life. I like that quote by Davy Jones. He says, "Life is cruel. Why should the afterlife be any different?" I really like that. I feel like it fits the whole vibe of this game. But once you are up here and you do get these guys out of your way, take the opportunity to smash this, and then that is that objective complete, and we now have to return back to the hive. So we basically have to get out of here now, escape, get away from all this nonsense. Feel free to take them out because you do not want them behind you, of course. The more the merrier. No, in this case, it is more the scarier. So make sure that you do your best. Hide on the roof if you have to. Unfortunately, there's no lights for you to knock out. You're probably going to end up having to fight in here, but you could also just simply wait for them all to come upstairs using your shriek to lure them up, or you could fight them if you want, but you could also probably just bolt out the door if you wanted to. The timing that these guys have set in for them to come up is actually kind of nice. They're quite spaced out, so it kind of gives you a chance to take them out one by one. Of course, make sure you don't attack them right when he flinched, to pay attention to his movement tracker. And then unfortunately I jumped at him like a moron and almost got myself killed. That would have been an unfortunate restart right there. So much effort, so much work. I would have been really sad about this, but I'm really glad that that didn't happen. I'm going to do my best to get out of here, hopefully harm-free.
Attention. Please remain calm and stay at your posts. Security is en route.
Don't relax just yet, Marines. Round about here.
Alright, this looks like a good opportunity. They're not paying attention. I'm getting out of here. So down the stairs we're going to go, and then we're going to go ahead and jump into a vent system to move onwards, outwards, out of this little building here, and get back outside. Ideally, I'm going the right way. Oh, no, just kidding. Oh, okay. Alright, we're good. Alright, second guess myself. Oh my goodness. Using the vents in this game is a pain sometimes, like where you're looking and where it registers. Oh my goodness. But yeah, basically you're going to go ahead and exit the refinery, and that is it. You have completed this pain in the butt mission on Nightmare difficulty, and I will see you on the next one.